Good evening, Colorado. Starting you off up in Monument this year. Community Banks of Colorado Cameron. The roads are still pretty slick in northern El Paso County, southern Douglas County, and really all the side streets and neighborhoods are either icy or snow-packed. I-25, though, is pretty dry, at least from my experience. Here's your WireNut Home Services camera. I wanted to show this one as well, showing the clouds over Colorado Springs. Downtown is somewhere down there. You can't see it because of the clouds, though. Once you get above about 7,500 to 8,000 feet, somewhere around there, you'll actually break through the clouds. Woodland Park is mostly clear at the moment. Here's your snow reports from the last 24 hours. The airport in Colorado Springs got about 3.5, and pretty uniform accumulation totals, 3 to 3.5 for Pueblo, Penrose area. And Colorado Springs, we were fluctuating in between about 2.5 to 3.5, and our biggest problem right now is just the visibility. We're down to about a mile, and that's just from one sensor out at the airport, so visibility is fluctuating down to about a quarter mile at times. So dense fog is possible, especially on the north side of town at the moment. And most of the fog, I believe, should lift on out after midnight tonight, but don't be surprised by early tomorrow morning if there's some leftover fog in northeastern El Paso County. 29 right now in Pueblo, 23 degrees in Walsenburg. All of us looking at a cold evening. I think I put our low at about 11 tonight in Colorado Springs, so pretty cold out there with winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We'll get close to below zero wind chills, but I don't think we'll hit below zero, at least on the wind chills. 22 degrees for the Springs, 24 out in Florence. Wilkerson Pass at a balmy 14 degrees. Okay, so 13 miles an hour in Lyman, 5 right now for our wind speed in Colorado Springs, and that's why we're still dealing with these low clouds, because we have nothing to flush out all the cold air sitting at the surface. So light winds causing the visibility issues right now, but most of those clouds should break up overnight tonight, and there's no additional precipitation in our forecast today, tomorrow, or for the entire week ahead for that matter. A little dry spell as this ridge of high pressure is just going to sit across the Intermountain West for the next 6 or 7 days, and that Pacific low won't do anything for us in Colorado. So 17 below in Gunnison, 8 below in Alamosa. That's the spot you're going to be dealing with the most dense fog for tomorrow morning. 11 degrees in Colorado Springs, and some of our fog computer model runs, we're actually putting some patchy fog in Otero and Crowley County across Highway 50, and you'll be able to see that here in a second. Okay, so 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Look at Alamosa, completely socked in. Visibility is less than a half a mile at times, and similar for Highway 50. Colorado Springs, though, we're not picking up the visibility problem, so I believe our commute tomorrow should be fine, except if you're traveling around the neighborhoods. Right once you pull out of the driveway, you'll slip around a little bit, but once you get on I-25, should be fine. 45 degrees for tomorrow afternoon in Pueblo, 44 in Colorado Springs, and tomorrow is actually one of the cooler days of the entire week ahead. Check it out as we'll be into the 40s and 50s even in Woodland Park. Woodland Park on Wednesday should be at about 50 degrees. I got to check our records, but we're coming pretty close to record-breaking heat for the middle of January. Canyon City sitting at 60 by your Wednesday, then maybe a degree or two cooler for your Thursday forecast. Pueblo at 62 on Wednesday. And then next chance of any rain or snow in Colorado Springs, that'll be coming on Saturday and even into our Sunday forecast of this coming weekend. Guys?